Hey everyone, I hope that you're all doing good. This is going to be a much different video than I normally post. Usually I'm putting videos up about real estate or I'm reading stories to my grandchildren, but this video is going to be about my last year regarding my weight and my diet. So, no one would not believe this, but I've not always been the size that I am. I was down in the, 130s, 140s. And I spent most of my young adult life in that area until 15 years ago. Well, that's not even true either. So when I was really young, early 20s, I lost 100 pounds. And I did it working out. I went to the gym. I became a gym rat, worked out 3 hours a day. And I ended up losing 100 pounds. And then, life happens and you gain weight. So when I was in my 30s, early 30s, I go back on the diet trail, except I went with a weight loss company that was local to where I live. And it was a carb restricted plan, but it still allowed me to have 45 grams of carbohydrates a day. So I was on the carb restricted plan at 45 grams of carbs a day. And I was, eating proteins and it was a very balanced diet. And on that one, I lost 90 pounds. So that put me back down to the 130-ish, 130-ish, 140. And I stayed there until about in my 40s, early 40s, after I had my last two children. I had gained all of my weight. So the baby is now 13. So with them two pregnancies back to back, I gained all of my weight. Plus, okay, so I'm sorry, my husband came in. So about 13 years ago, after my second baby was born, the weight was packed on because it was one pregnancy after the other. So then, here I am with all of the weight that I had lost back, plus some. So actually, it's plus a lot. So here I am, and I've got the highest BMI I've ever had. My weight's the highest it's ever been. And a year ago, I decided that I want to go on keto. So I go to my doctor. I'm trying to be smart because now I'm in my early 50s. So I'm trying to be very smart about it. So I go to the doctor before I start keto. And I told her, I was like, look, I said, I've got small children. I'm getting older. I want to get the weight off. I just want to make sure I'm doing it the right way. So here I am. I just want to, you guys to let me know I'm good to do this. And she said, yeah, you're good. She goes, let's just do some blood work. Okay, blood work's good. So I'm thinking I'm good to go. All's great. I get a call maybe 4 days later. And was it a call? It might have been I went back for an appointment to follow up maybe 2 weeks later. And she says, well, your blood work came back that you're now diabetic. What? I'm what? Yeah, you're now diabetic. I'm like, what do you mean I'm diabetic? And she said that your, the A1C 6.4 and less is pre-diabetes, and 6.5 and up is diabetes. So my A1C came back at that very, like if it's 6.5, that's where my A1C came back at, 6.5. And so now I'm a diabetic. I'm like, wait a minute, we don't have a, let's check it again. We don't have a, let's confirm this is right. We're just going to take that one blood draw, and from that, we're going to change my entire medical record. And she said, yeah, pretty much. And I'm like, oh my Lord. So she commences to telling me that once it's there, it's there. And I want to call bull on that. That's horrible. So I went on and started to do the keto. And so for the last year, literally for the last year, I went through the process to get on to have bariatric surgery. And then I just decided that I've lost all of this weight twice before. Why would I have my stomach cut out? Why do that? I can lose the weight again. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna lose this weight. And just keto's not cutting it because I wasn't losing weight. So I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna do Ketovore. So for a year, I have been doing Ketovore, Carnivore, Keto. And I have got the same 10 pounds that I'm tossing back and forth. I get down and then I gain 3 pounds back. Lose a little bit, gain 2 pounds back. I mean, I've got the same 3 pounds that will not bump me beyond that 10-pound drop. And well, let's say I got 10 pounds, so it's 10 pounds in a year. Since I started this entire journey, I'm actually down 18 pounds since the journey started. But the last year, I've had 10 pounds that I've lost in a year, and the 3 or 4 pounds of it is not going anywhere. So the bariatric surgeon told me that with bariatric surgery, I would still need to work out. I'm like, okay. So if I'm still going to have to work out, then why am I getting my stomach cut out? Why do that? I don't want to do that. So here we are, a little more than a year later, and weight's not coming off. I've not went full carnivore. However, since June 15th of this year, I have been the most strict ever. And the weight's not budging. So I've had people suggest that it's time to go full carnivore. But then you get on here and you look at other people's stories and all of the don't do full carnivore, your blood's going to do this, or you're going to get the big C, or so it's terrifying. And being someone that now has diabetes and don't know what to do with it, it is terrifying because, I mean, what do I do? Do I go full carnivore? How do I go full carnivore and not toss around? How do I give up one disease without getting another? That's where I'm at. So, if you go full carnivore and you risk the big C, so I'm going to get rid of the diabetes, hopefully. There's no guarantee. And I'm going to, maybe inherit the big C, which leads me to another topic. After I was diagnosed with diabetes and I decided that I wasn't going to go and have my stomach cut out, I went to my primary care. Actually, I switched primary cares to my husband's primary care because she said, oh, you're diagnosed. I can help you. So I switched over to her. She put me on, the shot, the big O word shot. I don't know if I can even say the word. That's why I'm not. So she put me on the O word shot. And that was working. I was sick as a dog, but it was working. And then we changed our health insurance. And the health insurance comes back and says, well, we won't pay for that. So now you're going to have to get on Trulicity. That's the only one they would cover. So I start Trulicity because it's supposed to help. Oh, sorry, it's my printer. It's because it's supposed to help bring A1C down. So I'm on the Trulicity, and I'm sick some. Not as much as the big O word. Not as near as much. But I'm sick a little bit. No weight change at all. Not helping the weight change. I'm seeing no benefit. I'm sure maybe if it was to bring my A1C down, I wasn't checking my A1C. I've not went back and had blood work done since then. I am so over all of the noise. I'm over it. So I've not went back and had blood work done. I know that in the midst of all this diet, if I go back and then they're going to try to tell me I've got all this other stuff going. It's just, I'm over it and I don't know what to do. They tell me that I'm a diabetic and they gave me no medications except for Trulicity. So I have no daily medication. I'm just over it. And I don't know what to do. The scales aren't moving. I don't keep a food log. Why would I keep a food log? I'm a creature of habit. Every day I have eggs for lunch. I have 3 or 4, depending on my hunger level. And at dinner, I have some form of meat. And if I'm going to have vegetables, it's a leafy green of some sort. And it's no more than 1 cup. I should be losing weight. And I mean, I'm not. I see all these people posting on there on YouTube. Carnivore, it's great. Carnivore's doing this and Carnivore's doing that. I mean, I let me back up and just say, I haven't went full carnivore completely. I would say I've went full ketovore because I've still gotten some carbs. So, I don't know. I've quit taking the Trulicity because it wasn't helping and I was worried about my thyroid. So I was on the Trulicity for a year and there was no weight loss to that. So, and then I was in here going, oh, look at my neck. What's my neck? Does it look like my neck's maybe bigger on this side than this side? So, and really it does sometimes. And I had no thyroid issues before. So I'm kind of like watching that going, oh, it is just ridiculous. I'm going to tell you, the whole thing is just ridiculous. And I just don't know what to do about it. Vent. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm venting. So if you've gotten this far in the video, thank you. If you clicked off of it, though, I totally get it. Anyway. So maybe I thought that I would start a playlist on my channel and go over my diet and see if me holding myself accountable and putting these videos about my diet, see if putting them out there doesn't help. I mean, look, hold on, I want to show you one thing. So I did decide that I was going to try to track my food. And when I did, I was just like, I mean, it says lunch, 4 eggs. That's what I had on Wednesday the 20th. Dinner, I had ground beef and a small onion. I cooked them together. Yesterday I had 3 eggs. And for dinner, the family had quesadillas. So I had the meat from the quesadilla, and I put some cheese in the pan and fried the cheese, sort of melted the cheese, and then dropped the quesadilla meat on it. And then I put them on a plate and let them cool, and I folded them in half and ate them like that. That's what I had for dinner. I have been snacking on nuts the last couple of nights, and I weigh myself every day. And the weight's going up. So I know the nuts are probably something I'm going to have to give up because it's not helping. Anyway, so this is definitely not like a normal video for me. I'm hoping that by documenting this, it's gonna, I don't know, maybe it'll give me the visual. I mean, journaling and all that. I'm so busy with real estate. I don't have time to just sit here and journal everything. Even though, I want to, I don't. And when I'm done with work, I'm just done. So usually I get on Netflix or YouTube, and that's where I got the idea to put this video on here. Anyway, so I've been on here for almost 16 minutes now, ranting, nearly sobbing, and just running off at the mouth. So I hope that you guys are having a great day. If you are a diabetic and you've had the same situation, how about drop in the comments and give me some tip or something that's going to push the scales or something. I mean, I did start this. I got it the other day, about a week ago, but I haven't really been committed to taking it every day. But it's the berberine. So I got the berberine, and I got sucranitrol D. I started that when I stopped the Trulicity. The sucranitrol, it's supposed to help with A1C, and then this one is supposed to help with blood sugar control. I want to say like when I eat. So, probably need to do a little bit more research on this so I make sure I'm taking it exactly right. But I have started them, so we'll see how that goes. I'll try to create a playlist, put this in a playlist, and just keep putting videos out there into this playlist. This is Michelle. I don't know if I don't want to end the video with my real estate stuff because this isn't real estate related. So this is Michelle, the diabetic. How about that? I hate that. I'm not going to do that ever again. This is Michelle. I don't have an adjective for me right now. Y'all have a great night.